Hello, hello, hello to all my unique out there. This is your favorite girl, Akudo. Welcome to your unique wisdom. This episode is called Real Talk with Unique. This is where we get down, we get to the nitty gritty of things. We are real. We say it the way we see it. We call it the way we see it. And we pray and hope that we are going to touch somebody out there. Remember what our motto says. Our motto says, empower one, empower all. So, with me today, the topic is being angry in a relationship. Because you're angry, does it give you license to do or say whatever you want? I have two sisters with me today. The first guest is Barrister Urena Onwebu. She is an attorney by profession. Urena, say hi to the people.
Hello, wonderful people. Good to be here. Thank you, Unique.
And the second person is Princess Chinwe Ononuju. She is an educator. Chinwe, introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. It's an honor to be here. I'm looking forward to having a wonderful time. Thank you, Unique.
All right, guys, you guys know the drill. For all my returning subscribers, hello and welcome back. For those of you that are not part of my family, what are you waiting for? You watch all the videos, you make all the comments. What are you waiting for? Come and join this family. You see the button down there that says subscribe, click on that button. Wait for the notification bell. Click on that one too, so you'll be the first to see my videos when they drop. Now let's jump right into it. Anger. Before we go any further, I'm going to give you guys the definition of anger. Okay? And this definition says, I love this one. I saw a lot, but I'm going to take this one. It says, it is a strong emotion you experience when you think someone has done you wrong. Okay? Anger is a powerful emotion that people feel from time to time when someone or something frustrates or annoys them. You see, from the definition, it's saying it comes from time to time, which says it's a normal thing. It happens when people frustrate or annoy you, or when you feel people have done you wrong. So necessarily, they might think they are doing the right thing. But if you perceive it as they have done you wrong, then you are angry about it. Now, let me start with you, Urena. From this definition, what does anger mean to you?
Yes, in line with that definition, I think I'll just add that it's for me, anger is a negative. It's not. You can say it's negative. Natural. It's a natural emotion
Okay.
that we can't decide when we get. It comes, but for me, it comes with symptoms like irritation. You have restlessness in you. You have lots of things. And anger it has a range. It has a range. It can range from that minor irritation, and then if you leave it to build, it can build up to a range. So for me, it's a natural emotion that we cannot decide when it gets to us, but it happens to everybody.
All right.
When they feel that someone has hurt them.
Okay. Anyway, what do you think about that definition and what does anger mean to you?
Yes, that definition is right. Anger, I believe that anger is a natural, normal reaction to pain. To certain emotions. For I also think that anger is a second class emotion. Because it is how we react or how we act when we feel hurt, just like your definition has said. It is a pressure on. I think it is a mental and emotional pressure on us to react to something that has happened to us negatively.
Okay, now the same thing. What anger means to us. I want to throw this out there. Do you think because somebody has wronged you, you are frustrated with what somebody is doing, or somebody has done something bad to you? Does he give us the license to react or say or do whatever we want since they are the ones that made us angry? Let's start with you.
Well, no. I don't think that, being angry gives you the right to say or do anything that you feel that you want to do. Like I've told some people in the past, anger is like open flame. Anger is like naked fire. Imagine when you're angry and you throw or imagine throwing naked fire at a person or at a thing. It is going to burn. There are going to be scars. There are going to be consequences. So um, you have to, because you are angry, it doesn't mean that because because of how you're feeling, you have to get somebody to feel exactly how you feel. You have to hurt somebody, you have to hit below the belt, or say something, to that person, or do something to that person. There's also life after anger. You're going to get over the anger eventually, and then what happens? So I
Okay.
don't think being angry gives you the right to act or say anything that you want to say you know
All right. What about you, Rena? What do you think?
Yes, anger, when we get angry, we have to understand that most times we lose our rationality. So acting when we are angry is something we're definitely going to regret. So it doesn't give us any license to react however we want. But then we have to know who we are. I think the first thing to do is know who we are and realize that we are angry. I think I think it's fine for us, for people to realize that what is hurting you is not the person, it's an action.
That's the word. That's what I was looking for. That's
Yes,
right.
it's an action that is hurting you, not this human being. The person threw something at you. What hurt you is the thing thrown at you, not the person. So when we can separate the person acting and what they did, then we know, okay, this is it that is hurting me. Then it gives us, it helps us to now have a better reaction towards it. And in that mood, that is when we are able to, okay, what the best thing to do now is to communicate this very thing and not attack the person doing that thing.
Yes, and Urena, to support what you're saying, I always have this conversation with my children. When they do stuff and maybe I scold them and I yell at them or tell them what you're doing is not good. And then the next minute I tell them, because I'm a big hugger, I hug a lot. And then I tell them, okay, come and give me a hug. They're like, Mommy, you just finished yelling at me. Why are you hugging me? I say, because I'm not angry at you as a person. I love you as my child. But I was angry at the behavior. And we have to learn to separate the two. The person you might like, you might love, you might not be angry at, but you are angry at the behavior. So when you understand that there are two different things, then you will know how to deal with it. What about hitting below the belt? What I mean by hitting below the belt is we do not argue about issues. We argue about people. A good example. Let's say I am arguing about the television with you, Urena. You say the TV is red. I say no, the TV is blue. Instead of me to give my point why I think the TV is blue, and you give your point why you think the TV is red, we end up saying, look at you, that's why you're ugly. Look at you, that's why your head is big. Look at you, that's why you're fat. That's what I call hitting below the belt. Because that's not what we are arguing about. What do you think about that, Irene? Do
Yes,
we need to hit below the belt when we think we're angry?
the tendency to hit below the belt for me is a weakness. Is a weakness, and it's something we all should work on. Anybody can do that, but it is absolutely wrong. And that is why it's very important to identify what it is. The issue, like you rightly said, we're arguing over a television. Is it black? We should focus, both of us are focused
Exactly.
at the television and not at each other. Because the moment you begin to say you're stupid, you don't know anything, or you're not seeing where you're beginning to attack each other, and we have lost
The person and not exactly.
we have lost the target, and that alone, it can escalate things, and it's not the way to go. So nobody should hit below the belt.
All right, Chinwe, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I couldn't agree with both of you any less. What to call be hitting below the belt is something that, like Ure said, is something that is a thing, or is a weakness. It's just like saying, oh, you know what, you hurt me and I'm going to make you see how you made me feel. I'm going to make you feel how you made me feel. I'm even going to make you feel worse. It's
Well,
almost like yes, I feel like people who hit below the belt are in is always a competitive thing, to make sure that they come from I want to win mentality. But the
okay.
thing is, when somebody has hurt you and you're angry, there's no competition. There are no awards given to whoever wins in the anger contest or whatever, So trying to make you hurt the person more than they hurt you is actually, like Ure said, and I agree with, a thing of weakness. I feel like you should try and stay on the matter, stay on topic. There's no need bringing in past hurts, bringing in past problems or past challenges or whatever that has happened in the past into what the issue at hand is. Just stick to it. There's no need to, but like I said, there is life after that anger moment. You're going, if you're married to this person or if you live with this person, you guys are still going to keep living with each other after that moment. So there's an Igbo adage that says or something like that goes in that line. So what that means basically, that when you're fighting, you should literally remain a little room for the
Making
possibility of making peace in future. So yeah, so I think that hitting below, because I've seen people who were best friends or spouses who, even after the anger had gone, they're like, you know what, I don't want to go back to that relationship. I don't want to go back with that person because of what they said or what they did. Even if I forgive every other thing, I'm not going to forgive that particular thing. I think those other people must have hit below the belt during whatever period it is that they were angry. Yeah. So
Okay,
I
now
don't
let's
think
move on a little bit. We were talking, the topic says being angry in a relationship. Now let's go to our relationship and our marriages. Most of the time, that's where, I don't know why, I can't explain it, but most of the time when we get angry, we take it out to the people that we love the most. I don't ask me why, I don't know. But some of us, even spouse, we go to work, we get angry, and then we are pissed at work, we carry it home, and maybe the wife says the wrong thing, or the husband says the wrong thing, or the children say the wrong thing. We lash out, we yell, but we are not yelling at what they are doing. We are mad because we have been angry all day at work. But unfortunately, we can't lash out at our bosses. We can lash out at our colleagues. So we bring it home. In marriages, now let's talk about marriages. Why do you think that when spouse fight, they hit below the belt? Why do you think, let me start with you, Chinwe. In relationships, why do you think spouse hits below the belt? We say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, and we think is we can justify it because we're angry.
First of all, like I said before, it is not good to hit below the belt. And I know that some of us, every one of us at one point or the other, let me say most of us at one point or the other
Come
might
on.
have hit might have hit below the belt at some point.
Yes.
It's not a good thing. I also understand that every one of us are, we're all works in progress, so we're trying to learn to do better. But I don't, in relationships, marriages, I don't think that people should hit uh below the belt. Now I feel like from experience and from, because I've always been interested in human behavior. I've learned that there are three types of responses to anger, or expressions rather, to anger. There are three expressions of anger. There's the passive aggressive response, expression. There's the open aggression expression, and then there's the assertive anger expression.
Okay,
Now,
what?
yes, the passive aggression expression is the one where you have people like me who do not like confrontation. So when we are mad, we give you the silent treatment. I will just keep quiet. I won't. I don't like confrontation. I don't like to face issues like that. So I'll just be quiet and possibly go and hole up in a corner and cry. I know I'm a crybaby. And
Okay,
then
let me get something there. When you are passive and you roll up, while you are at that corner, are you plotting what you're gonna revenge? Are you plotting how you're gonna destroy that person while you are in?
I'm not big on I'm not big, I'm not big on revenge. It's just my thing. I'm a crybaby, like I said. I cry when I'm upset. I cry when I'm frustrated. I cry when I
Okay,
cry is my reaction to almost every negative emotion. I cry when I'm embarrassed. So, but I was saying that as a passive, when when my, in my from my based on my own experience or the way I am, when I'm angry at a person, if I'm in a relationship with you and I'm angry with you, I will keep quiet. I won't talk to you. You will ask me what's going on. I will be responsive in mono monologues, or one, or what, just one worded answers.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the open aggression response, expression rather, which is where the person lashes out. Okay, the person. These are the people that are like fiery tempered. They break things. They break people. They can get physically and verbally abusive. You know.
Okay.
And then there's the assertive anger. These are people who I believe have mastered their emotions. They are in charge of their emotions, and what they do when somebody makes them angry or something is just walk away, cool off, and then confront their anger calmly. They have learned how to count from 1 to 100. They have learned how to take deep breaths and stuff like that, which is where I believe that we all should get to. So when
That's all deep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, when we're angry in a relationship, I believe that we should understand, like I said before, and I can never say it enough, that there is life after anger. You know, I was having a conversation with my younger sister a few days ago, and then we said, "Oh, do you remember that time we were, we were fighting? We weren't talking about, we weren't talking to each other." Like I said, passive aggression. So and and I was like, "Oh, yeah, what even happened? Why did we stop talking?" I was like, I can't even remember. And you know what? I can't even remember. So after all these years, now imagine that during that time, she did something or I did something that hit, maybe we hit each other below the belt. By now, it is possible for me, it is possible that I would have forgotten while we were fighting, but I will always remember whatever it is that she did that
What
hit
she
below the
said.
belt. Yes, because that is the one that does not go away. That's the one that doesn't go. It remains even after that period of anger has gone.
Yeah.
Like in a relationship, like I said, we're all works in progress, and I understand it. So people say, "Oh, I couldn't control myself." No, you can. You're stronger than your emotions. Actually, it takes practice and maturity to learn how to control your emotions. So you have to keep practicing, keep letting. For those of us that are, born again Christians, keep letting the Word of God teach you how to control your emotions. You're actually stronger than your emotions. So keep learning how to control your emotions and learn how to stay on topic when you're angry. Learn how to handle your anger.
Okay. Ureka, what's your take on that? Why do you think spouse, when they fight or they argue, they always hit below the belt? Why do you think they lose control?
Yeah, my think is number one, when you talk about spouses, these are people who have been living together for a while, and because you live together, you get to see everything. It's very common to hug each other very often, you
That's
know.
right.
That's why I think it's, like you mentioned before, some people go to work and they get upset and they carry it on because, at work, people are not really open to you. You're not naked before each other. So
Exactly.
you with yourself. But when you come home, you're just flat out yourself. So it's very easy that we have it's possible that these things can come up, altercations and stuff. So, but I think one of the reasons why people hit below the belt is number one, they want to win. There's that, sometimes you have that when you want to win.
You lose situation, yes.
Yes, yes. Like you said, the television is black, or we're trying to decipher what color the television is, and someone says it's red, and I'm saying it's black. My husband says no, it's red. And because I want to win, ego comes in, pride comes in. You know where I'm coming from, do you know who I am, and you want to buttress that point, and then you start hitting each other because you now want to make the other person feel lesser in order for you to
God
feel.
bless you. God bless you.
That's
That's right.
number one. That's number one. And then number two, I think, is fear. Fear make people also to hit below the belt, because when you get angry, part of the things happening in you is also fear. The brain begins to signal, flight. So that fear also makes you to react in a way you shouldn't. Oh, if I don't say this now, this thing is going to happen again. Or if I don't say this, I might be tolerating this. Or if I don't react now, they might take me for granted. So that's another reason why people hit below the belt. They want to make a statement. They want to make a statement. So, and then sometimes we want to change our partner. That one is basic. Oh, this man comes home every day, his socks is in the sitting room, and please, I don't like your socks in the sitting room, and it keeps happening and happening and happening. And someday you're like, no, I just have to make a statement so this can stop.
Like I've had enough.
I've
I've had,
had I've had to, I have to say something that when he remembers what I said or what I did, he will always remember. Those things never work. That's the funny part of it. They never work.
They never work. But I hope my uniques out there, I hope you guys are listening. I told you guys we are going to be as real as possible. We're not hiding anything. We're going to be plain because we are here to empower one, empower all. Most of the time, I agree with you, Rena. Most of the time, the problem we have in our families, in our marriages, in our relationship is we are trying to prove who is smarter than the next person. Okay, if I
Who is
lose
stronger?
in
Who
the
is weaker?
argument, that means I'm not smart. And I have to prove to this man that I'm smart. So you now begin to say, you know what? Okay, even if you win that the TV is blue. After all, the other day, did you know how to use your computer? You don't even know how to do that one. And then your husband will say, at least I won. After all, you can't cook. You say, is that what you said? Your mother can't cook either. You see, now we are trying to see who will win. We are trying to see who is smarter. We are trying to see who will have the last word. We are
I
trying
think it's a competition to hurt who is going to win in the battle of hurting each other the most.
exactly. And then we end up saying all these things. And then after saying all these things, I like the word you will use. There is life after anger. You have said all these things to your spouse. And then let me say, I want us to talk about this too. Because sometimes when your husband hurts you, or your guy you're engaged to hurts you, or maybe the woman you're engaged to, you are so angry. You say, okay, I want to shut down because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But instead of you to shut down or go somewhere and deal with it, you go call your friend or you go call your sister. And because you're so angry, you vent to your sister. And while you're venting to your sister, you begin to tell about your husband or your wife's weaknesses. Even, do you know that even this man, is it because I love him? He can't even cook. He takes a shower once a week. Is it because I'm tolerating him? He can't even drive. He has 5 DUIs. And now you're telling your friend. But guess what? He is your husband. You might forgive when you go home. But your sister, your friend who you have vented to, now hang on to that. And then when you come back to her and say, oh, my sister, we have made up. She's looking at you like, oh, really? Until the next time, really? So I want us to talk about that. I want you to talk to people. When you get angry, is it the right time? If you need to vent, should you vent to a sister, a friend, a colleague? Is that the right time to do that? Let me start with you, Rena. What do you think? Oh, Rena, can you hear me?
Actually, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. For
Okay,
me, I would say that venting is not wrong. For me, venting is not wrong, but what are you saying? That is what is important. If one
exactly.
is angry, you're boiling and you realize I'm angry, I am upset right now, and you feel like talking, you can actually call a friend and say, I'm feeling upset. I just want to talk about something that can lighten me up. It is me. Because we have to take responsibility. This is me feeling upset.
Exactly.
This is me feeling upset. So calling my friend or my sister and tabling my husband before the person is totally wrong. But you can, look, I'm very upset right now. I want to talk. Can we talk about something fun? Or you can you tell me, there are conversations you can have with a friend, or you can start talking when the friend realize, okay, are you upset? And some good friends, they won't bother asking you what happened. They'll say you're upset. Okay, calm down. Oh, they will now find something interesting you can talk about, and then you can actually, like calm
Calm
down.
down, yeah. And I
Yeah.
like
So
what you said too. You can vent, but it depends on what you're venting about. If you're calling your sister or your friend to say, guess what? I am so upset. I bought this TV, and when I bought it, they told me it's blue. But I brought it home, and my husband said it's red. And then we got into a little argument, and I'm very, very upset. It's okay. But don't hit below the belt when you're venting. Don't begin to tell your friend, even does he know colors? How can he say it is blue when I know it is red? After all, his family members can't even identify color. He comes from a village where they don't know color. His mother died from color blindness. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are now venting the wrong things.
just a second.
You are now venting the wrong things. Do you understand? So, Chinwe, what do you think about that? Are you supposed to vent Or should you not vent at all? Or should you vent but be careful of what you're venting about?
Personally, for me, I think venting is very key for everybody.
It
You
is
see,
very therapeutic. It helps
it,
you out. Yes.
yes, venting is very important to everybody. You see, that's why you have air conditioners and things with vents. Things that are high in power, they need a ventilation
I need
system.
an outlet.
Yes, because you have to let steam. That's just the truth. You understand? But I feel there are processes to venting. There are ingredients of venting. You have to first of all choose your circle when it comes to venting. I think you have to know who you're venting to. You have to make sure that you know who you're venting to. That is very important, very very important, because I've seen people who have who have issues in their marriages, and they went to vent to some people who were mature, and it got worse. Things went from 0 to 100. So I
That's right.
think it is very important for you to know who you're venting to. That is one. And secondly, stay on topic. If
That's
it is
my point.
TV,
Stay on
yes.
topic. Mhm.
If it is the TV, stay there. Don't go and remember that he doesn't know colors or he takes a shower once a day. There's no need for all that. Guys, I mean, there's life after anger, like I always say. Remember
Yeah.
that this person is going to run into your husband tomorrow, or this person is going to run into your wife tomorrow. And then they will not even remember that the matter was about TV. They will remember that he doesn't take a shower. He takes a shower once a day, once a week.
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
again, be true to yourself and be
That's
honest. Whenever I've found out that when people are venting, they leave their own side. They leave
they
their side.
won't talk about the other person.
Yes. Oh, I went to the market, I bought a TV, and when I brought it back, my husband broke it. My husband didn't even. Now you have forgotten to tell us that when you went, but the real story is that you went to the market and you bought the TV, and then your husband said, "Oh, sweetie, this TV is not blue," and then you said, "Oh, are you mad? This TV, do you even know color?" And then people started getting upset, and then he broke the TV. You missed out all that part, or all your part. So when people vent, they forget to be truthful. So if you're going to vent, first of all, for me, choose. I come from a very close knit family. It is safe to say that we are in each other's business. But the truth is that we give honest opinions, and then I think one thing I'm happy and appreciative of is that we know how to stay on topic, you know so if I come home now and tell my sisters or my brothers, look at what happened in my relationship, or look at what happened here, or look at this and look at that, they're like, okay, you didn't get this one right though, because I try my best to also be honest and true when I'm telling the story. I try to say, okay, you know what? This is what I said when he did this. This is what I did when he did that. And they say, okay, no, this one, you got it wrong. You didn't get it right. Why didn't you do this? Or why didn't you think this way? Or, that kind of a thing. So like I said, please be honest and be truthful and stay on topic and choose your cycle. Know who you're venting to. It is
Okay,
very.
so in conclusion about the venting, just with the venting, my unique, I hope you're paying attention. We have identified three things. Number one, if you need venting is very therapeutic, it's very healthy for you because you have to, if you bottle it all up, one day you're going to burst open. So you can vent, but you have to consider three things. Number one, who is your circle? Who are you venting to? Because if you vent to the wrong people, it might go all the way down from there. Number two, what are you venting about? Make sure you're staying on point. Don't hit below the belt. And the final one, make sure that you are honest while you're venting. Don't just tell us everything he did. Everything your husband has done. Since the day you met him, he has been a devil. There is nothing good about him. He is just a pure devil. But you married him. So there must have been something you saw that made you marry the devil.
Or maybe you're just another devil.
Telling yourself.
Or maybe you're a devil too, because I mean, how is it that you guys have been able to live together and then he's a devil?
Okay, now let me throw another thing out there. I have this story. You see, like we're talking about when you do things when you're angry. I have seen women because they were angry, they broke all the TVs in their house, every single one of it. I have seen men because they are angry, they will go out and bust all the tires in their wife's cars. And then the next day they will take it to the tire shop and buy it all back. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I,
They break out the TV, the next day they go buy it all back.
I can't
Because
afford
you have this idea that because you are angry, it gives you a license to do whatever and say whatever. But when it comes to marriage, it doesn't work that way. When it comes to marriage, there's this story. Let me tell you guys this story. A little boy, whenever he gets angry, he destroys things. He will break TVs, he will break things. And his father built him a fence at the back of their house. And his father told him to control your anger whenever you get angry. Instead of destroying things in the house, go out to the fence with a nail and a hammer and just keep putting nails on the fence until you calm down. So he did this for a year, 2 years. After 2 years, the dad called him and said, I want you to go back to the fence and I want you to pull every single nail from the fence and then tell me what you see. So the boy pulled every nail and he saw that the fence had holes everywhere. And his father told him, that is what you do when you are angry. You hurt people. Just like you drill those nails into the fence. You hurt people. And now that you have calmed down, you have taken your nails out, but the holes are still there. What you have said, what you have done, you leave the people you love the most with those holes. Irena, what's your take on that?
Sorry, can I get the last part?
I said, when the father now told him that when he pulled all the nails, there was a lot of holes on the fence. And the father explained to him, when you are angry and you hurt the people you love, this is what you do to them. You make holes just like you made on the fence. You have taken your anger back, you have calmed down, but the holes you have left in those people are not going to go back. What's your take on that?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true, and that is why it's very important for us that when we are upset, that we can control ourselves. Like what? Because we cannot decide when we get angry. That one is for sure. Anger comes, but we can control how we react to that anger. You know, it's the when we hurt people, it leaves a hole in their heart. Of course, coming back to say sorry sometimes helps, but there are certain hurts that sorry can't take
And
away.
not you. That's right.
Cannot, yeah, cannot heal, and it just stays there. And somehow it creates a distance in the relationship. And it could take a lot. It could even take counseling. It could even take prayers as Christians for you to to heal from that kind of pain. So for me, I think the ideal thing, this is ideal, because this is the place all of us should be heading to, where we are able to, okay, like the father told him, when you get hot, go and hit a nail, Now, it is reaction the father is trying to show him, his reaction and the repercussion or consequences of his reaction to that anger.
Exactly. Mhm.
So now, what should we do? What should we do in our relationship, in our marriages, with our mothers, with our siblings? What do we do when we get angry? Separate what hurts you from who is hurting you.
That's right. Say it again. That's right. Mhm.
Again, separate these two things. And the moment in your heart, okay, my husband and I, we love each other. And I know that this man wouldn't, he wouldn't consciously hurt me, but he has hurt me. So now what is hurting me is this very thing he did. When you say that to yourself, you have to calm yourself down. Okay, this we are going to treat it, but not right now. Because you have to know yourself, recognize when you're getting angry. You don't know when anger happens to you, but the moment it starts, you know.
You know.
It's fast. You want to talk, you want to act, there's restlessness in you, but just control yourself. Anyone who can't control themselves is just is a failure. That's what it is. So we have to just learn it. You come to that point where you say, okay, this is going to be over. Like Chinwe said, this very moment is going to be over, and I want to be able to be in wonderful terms and in that sweet loving relationship with my husband. So I'm going to let this pass right now until I've calmed down and I can speak.
And you can come back and
Communicate. Communicate properly, because when we react, we want to communicate that this thing is hurting me. So, but we get it wrong when we lash out, or maybe we start to do funny things, or breaking puncturing tires and breaking televisions that you buy back, and that doesn't change anything, But
yeah.
when you get that action, that very action, hold on to it. Okay, see how? Okay, did you come here? And probably he said, let me take for instance, oh, um, um, what could let me say he says, okay, you're stupid. Let me take for instance, someone just comes and says you're stupid. You know right now what is upsetting you. Someone said I am stupid. The word I am stupid is hurting me. Okay,
You
you
know
can
you are smart. That's the
when
way what is hurting you. Mhm.
yes, this is what is hurting me. Then you hold on when you have calmed down because you have to speak to yourself. The moment that comes, oh, you're stupid. Negative thoughts, is a cycle in the anger cycle. It starts to come. I'm not an expert, but I know this.
Mhm.
The thought starts to come into your head. Oh, he said I'm stupid. What about him? Who is this? That starts to judge.
Who
These
does
are
it
things you want to
think? Who does it think?
in your brain has started finding answers, responses for you, keeping it. But then a strong person, a smart person begins to cancel those thoughts that are flying in. Okay, this man is a good man. He's probably upset at work. He's probably something might have, or probably he didn't really understand what I am saying or what I'm doing that made him use that word. So I'm going to talk with him afterwards. When you have cancelled yourself and put yourself in a calm mood, much later, I know any well-meaning person that you use this approach with, any well-meaning person, they change by themselves. You go back and say, oh, sweetheart, or honey, or whatever. Oh, how are you? Okay, oh, you've eaten. Are you okay? Fine. Oh, there's something I want to share with you. I was hot a second ago. Oh, yeah, what is it? You said I'm stupid, and that word stupid, it hurts me. I mean, there is no well-meaning person who
Exactly.
will not, oh, did I say that? Oh, you know what happened? It humbles people to use this approach. But when
Yeah.
we decide to latch on, I'm saying this because it's normal that we want to just, react. But if you
You
can,
want to go back and say, oh, he said I'm stupid, then he must be foolish. You want to the normal reaction to say something back that
yeah.
will hurt as much
So
as you.
you can even this issue, but evening doesn't help. But when you have controlled yourself, you have an upper hand. And that is why you can now go back to communicate and humble the person because you have taken, let me take it that you have become a bigger person.
That's right.
You have become the bigger person. So
Mhm.
that is the ideal place for all of us to be. I am not there. I'm still working on myself.
So
I just
honey, you are not alone. We are all work in progress.
we
That's why
are work in progress. No, but that is the ideal place.
that's why we have this talk. Nobody is there. We are all work in progress. Okay, I want to
Okay.
throw another thing in here, and I'm gonna direct it to you, Chiwe. Most of the time, like Urena said, when you get angry, and then you want to calm yourself down. And then we always advise people when you get angry, walk away, calm yourself down, come back and communicate, talk about the issue and settle it. Okay? So, but most of the time, you might come back and you want to talk. But unfortunately, maybe your spouse is not ready right then to talk. Let's say somebody made you angry now. Your husband came back from work and said the wrong thing. All day you've been trying to cook, take care of 5 children, do laundry, go shopping, cook, and then he comes back home and maybe he saw a toy on the couch and he's screaming, "What have you been doing all day? Look at this whole house is in a mess." And he hurt you because you know how you have labored all day to make sure that that house was conducive and comfortable for him, and then he hurt you. You walked away. You ignored him. You went and picked up the toy. You gave him his food. You continued whatever you guys were doing. Then later on in the night, you are now in bed. Okay, Chiwi. And then you tell him, "Hey, honey, whatever you call him, honey, sweetie, whatever. I need to talk to you. You see, I worked all day today to make this house, better for you. But look at what you said I didn't like. Can we talk?" And he says, "I don't feel like talking." What do you do?
You see, before you get into, I mean, people that are in relationships or people married, people, you should know who you're married to. Like, I'm going to, you know, there's something Uri said that I liked. Know who you're married to and understand, why they are saying the things they are saying. um if there's some people, like I said, who do not like confrontation. You have to understand where they're coming from. That is the truth. Even if you go back to them, and this is real talk, even if you go back to them and calmly say, "Oh, that thing you said that didn't hurt, thing you said that time hurt me," they're going to be like, "I don't want to talk about it." I know somebody like that who, when they hurt you, in fact, they don't even want to say sorry. Most African men do not like to apologize, you know. So even when you come and say, "Oh, sweetie," or "honey," or whatever you call him, you know, this is what you did, and I don't like it. So you know, pride and all that. And so, you know, so but I feel like, you know, you should keep learning. What I feel like, it takes patience, because I know that after this talk, some people are going to try it the one time, and if it doesn't work out, they're going to give up. You have to keep trying. You have to find out the language they understand. Some people do not just, you know, they are not receptive of certain discussions or certain things that you want to talk about. You don't even want to hear it. You understand? So you have to find out how best to reach them, or how best to appeal to them. Some people, I've heard some people who, when they want to discuss what has happened with their spouses are not having it or whatever. Much later on, when maybe they are relaxed, they are playing. I think sometimes when somebody has hurt you and you want to talk about, you know, you want to confront the issue or you want to talk about it, depending on how you present it, they might feel attacked. They might feel like you're coming at them.
I couldn't said the way like the way their approach
Yeah,
matters.
approach. Even if you come as the meekest lamb in the land, they are still going to, you know, feel attacked, because they don't, maybe they have, I mean, we have a whole lot of adults who have some unresolved issues from their childhood. We don't know what's going on with them, or you know, what's going on there. So you might just want to come at them and they're like, you know what, I don't want to talk, that matter is gone, forget about it. I read something somewhere that is funny. They said African men do not apologize to you when they're angry. Their apologies, nigga, tankwabi, you know. So they don't, they don't want to, you know, they don't even want to discuss the matter. As long as you guys have raised your voices or they have said their piece, that's it. There are so many people that are living like that. So I feel like you should keep on going. You understand? Find a neutral ground, you know, a neutral timing, a time when maybe he's so relaxed, or even if you people are playing, you say, Shebi, you know, I was trying to tell you that day that this thing that you did to me, I didn't like it, or, you know, it hurts me or something. And, you know, your husband is the one, or your wife is the one that is going to hurt you the most, because the person you love, whenever they do something wrong to you, it's more painful than
And
the person who you are indifferent about. You understand? For example, the analogy we use, if your husband says you're stupid, if somebody I don't know calls me stupid, it's not going to faze me, because I know I'm not stupid, you know, because they don't even know me. So it's not even going to affect me in any way. But if my husband says, you know, you're stupid, it's going to hurt me, because at every point in time we have our insecurities that we're dragging about. I don't know if I've turned stupid in the past 24 hours. I wouldn't know. Maybe he saw something that I didn't and he's just told me that I'm stupid. So it's going to hurt me. So I feel like every time that people, well, this question is a bit of a struggle for me, because I said I'm a passive aggressive kind of person.
let me chime in there a little bit. You see, all my uniques out there, I hope you guys are having a good time. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Be part of this family. Okay, for most marriages, I've had a lot of counseling or coaching that I did with some married women, and they want to talk about it. They go to their husbands, and their husband say, "No, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. Please leave that thing alone." And the woman is still hot and she's still angry because she feels that she hasn't been heard. Like Chinwe said, patience is the key. Because remember, that's why I always counsel and I tell women, whatever you like and you appreciate, please start it the first day you meet that man. Don't say, let me just let everything slide until when I get married and I'm now in his house, then I'll begin to show my true color. My sister, that is the wrong approach. Because now he thinks you have changed on him. Now she thinks you have changed on her. If you are the one that likes to talk, when you guys are dating, make it a habit when you don't like something. Talk to him about it and say, now can we talk? Sweetie, can we talk? Look at this you did, look at what you said. And another thing, number two, my sister's approach. Approach is everything. If you come to me and say, Akudo, can we talk? I say yes. You say, please, yesterday you called me stupid. I think, was that what you said, or did I not hear you right? And I will keep quiet normally because I don't want to say nothing because I don't know whether should I deny I didn't say it or should I accept I said it. So the normal thing the person will do is keep quiet. And then you say, well, I don't know whether it's what you said, but I think it's what I heard. And I wanted to tell you that please, I don't like people calling me stupid. When I was growing up, maybe if I have a story, when I was growing up, maybe I was somebody's housemaid or a help in the house, and the lady always called me stupid, and it made me feel like less than a human being. Now that I have made it in life, I'm now a woman, I'm now married to you. I don't want to, because when you say that word, it takes me exactly back to 15-year-old Takudo that was being maltreated in that auntie's house. Any normal human being, like Urena said, will say, I understand this. Like Chinwe said, most men will not say, I'm sorry. But most men will say, okay, I understand what you're saying. That's okay. That's okay is I'm sorry. Why some other men will not say, that's okay. Some other men will say, oh, I see where you're coming from. Okay, let bygone be bygone. That is their son. But they can understand you depending on your approach. The first thing is, please start doing it from the first time you meet the man. So he knows that this is who you are. You like communication, you like to express your feelings. Number two, make sure your approach is nice. Make sure your approach is what you need to do. And number three, know who you are married to. If you know your husband doesn't like, your husband is like Chiwe, he is passive. He doesn't like confrontation. And now, because you think you are the one that can confront, now you are indirectly abusing your husband. Because every time you want to confront him, and you know he doesn't like confrontation, he will just be a coward while you're doing that. And now, in your little mind, you're thinking you're winning. I'm winning the argument because he's not talking back to me. But he can't confront you because that's not his personality. That's not
Right.
who he is. So know who you are married to. Be open about it. Communication, communication, communication is the key. We are not psychics. I want you to, I'm going to put up here my video that says I am not a psychic. Go watch that video. Your husband cannot on his own know why you are angry. Your wife cannot only looking at you figure out that, oh, somebody at work made you mad. You have to talk. You have to speak. If you don't like people calling you stupid, tell him or her to please don't call you stupid. You don't like that. Don't keep quiet and say, well, let me let him do it this first time. I'm just leaving him alone. He will do it the second time. Let me give him a chance. You see, if he does it the third time, we are on. Then the third time he does it now, you want to tell him everything about him from the day the mother conceived him until the day the mother gave back to him. You now want to read him from beginning to end. And the man is looking at you like you're crazy. I just said stupid, and I've been saying this for 3 years now. Why is it a big deal now? Because you waited and you've been bottling it, and that's what it will explode. Now, if you take us to the last topic, do you think in relationship and marriages, when you are angry, could you make love? Because the reason why I want to ask this question is that somebody asked me this question. She said her husband made her mad, and she was very upset. And when she went, took her bath, came and laid down on the bed, her husband wanted to make love. And she was so mad. And she told him, if you dare touch me, if you dare touch me. And the husband was like, oh, I thought you were a Christian. Why would you say that? So she's asking me, is it wrong, Miss Unique? Is it wrong? Should I sleep with him? And I know what I told him, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Let's start with you, Ruth.
Yes, this marriage thing, is an art. You have to have a strategy. At every time, interpret the situation and develop a strategy.
That's
That is
right.
that is me. I'm one of those who like to talk. I don't remember where I fall under in your three categories, but I don't let anything slide under the carpet. I like to talk about it, otherwise it's heavy in my heart and I'm hurting myself. So I will always discuss whatever with you. So assuming that happens to me, it's I will strategize looking at the situation. Should I for because I know the moment we make love, he has calmed down and I can express my worry. That's number one.
Okay.
I can go that approach if I'm strong enough to go that approach. The second approach is I am not gonna say if you touch me. I'm worried. I will, relu, now you want me, right? But you said this to me. Don't you remember? The stupid girl now. Now you become a stupid man if you touch a stupid girl.
That's a
Make
good strategy. That's a good
it
strategy.
around it. Because I mean, we'll come to a point in this nakedness, we'll come to a point where you just let down your guard. You don't want to be proud, that you know me, oh, you say stupid, we anger, we're gonna see through it today. At the point in your life, just okay, this guy loves me and I love him. We make mistakes. We're just gonna be here for each other and walk each other through this journey. So these are strategies that people can use depending on the circumstance.
And
We also know
you
that
are married to.
it depends on who you're married to. So everything, I think I can't speak generally for everybody, but as I'm saying, it depends on the circumstance and
Exactly.
what this person did. Assuming a man hit you, I don't expect you to go. It's not possible for me.
But that one is rape now. If he's going to hit you to sleep with you, that's rape.
Yes,
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about.
yes. So just look at the situation. If you look at it, okay, he called you stupid, and you know that, okay, this, I can just, we can talk about this right after this. I can let it be. And, we come to that point where we are happy and smiling. And then I raise my issue. That thing, he said that every right thing to my way, we just, oh, I'm not sorry. Don't worry.
That's a good one. But you
Yeah.
didn't tell me that people are risky. That's a good. All right, cool. What's your take on that?
Yeah, well, I agree with Ure. I also think that, like, I feel like it depends on what the issue is. I feel like women are more stimulated. I think women's senses, women's I don't. Let me. I'm trying to see how to put this rightly. I think for women, sex is more emotional and
The
spiritual than
emotional.
it is physical.
Right, for
Yeah.
men,
So
Mhm.
yes. So for men, they just need to see you to get turned on. For women, I think you need to turn on their emotion or their other sensibilities beside their sight. Yes. So I will not hold it against. I won't withhold sex because we are fighting. But like I said, it depends on what it is. Okay. If I'm not happy, I cannot get my body to function. Sadly, that is just the truth. So if
No,
maybe
that's the truth.
yes, if you have done something that maybe is not so I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's something that is forgivable. You called me stupid or something. Of course, I can let it go, and then maybe like Uri said, during that time, I'd be like, oh, so you now want to come and touch a stupid woman, right? That kind of a thing. But if you gave our money to your side chick, no, we,
I know you are
we
gonna
have
get there.
we have to work it out, okay? We have to work it there. I mean, no, sex is not going to solve that, okay? If you maybe hit me or you were really abusive, or let's say something happened where I wanted you to be there for me or to take my corner and you weren't there, no, sex is not, I'm sorry, sex is not going to, for me, I'm not talking about every other person. For me, sex is not going to solve that. We have to address the issue and you have to titillate my mind before we can go there. You can't just come and say, okay, you know what, will just stay in one. Are you mad? Hell no. So you have to, first of all, let's talk about it, and then, because I'm passive. When I'm angry, I get passive. I would ignore you. I wouldn't even talk to you. And I'm not doing it because I want to hurt you or kill you. It's just that I'd rather not go into it. Because when I start talking about it, I will start crying. I might not just go anywhere. So people see it as an act of weakness. I know. But that's just the way I'm wired. And in that state, except you come and say, okay, I'm sorry, or maybe in your own way of apology, it doesn't have to. I know most men do not say I'm sorry, but in your own way, I know that I see remorse in your actions or in your words. Yes, we can continue from there. But if it's that you come grigri papa, or yeah, let's go, hell no, bros. Please, let's not.
All right. I like what you guys said about it. And for the lady, and I told the lady that asked me the question, I said, one thing, like Chinwe said, for a woman, making love is emotional. For a man, making love is physical. So most of the time, when a woman is angry or a woman is pissed with you, a woman is not ready to sleep with you. So that's why I like to say to the one who has said, most men when they come and they maybe want to touch you, you might say, because you don't hate him. Remember, we dislike the behavior, not your husband. Your husband is still the man you fell in love with. But there is something he did, the behavior he displayed that made you angry. And that's what you are angry about. So you can talk to him and say, "Nah, whatever you call him, honey, sweetie, whatever. I know you want to make love, I want to make love too. But I will not be fully involved because right now I'm still upset with what you said to me. Can we please talk about it?" And men, most of them will say, "Okay, go, 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 what? Sorry, nah, sorry." They just to say it to get to where they're going. And then most men, if you say you want to talk about it because they know what they want, then they will say, "Okay, let's talk about it." And then you guys can talk about it. And then some other women will say, like there was a lady, let me tell you guys, let me end with this story. There was a lady, one of the women I was talking with, and she told me that she and her husband they were having they were arguing about something. And she kept giving her point, kept giving her point towards what she's saying. And then her husband was lost for words, didn't have anything to say. So the husband now wanted to hit below the belt and told her, "Come on, you stinking self, come on, get out of here with your stinking self." So the thing hurt the woman. The woman said, "Did you just call me, that I'm a stinking person? Do you say I stink?" The man said, "You didn't know before. Please get out of here, you stink." So the woman walked away. She was very, very upset and she shut down. So her husband to him felt like I was losing the argument. Let me just throw something there to win the argument. So now that the woman has walked away, the man now felt, "Oh, finally I won." In the night, they took a bath. The woman took a bath. She said she put on her lingerie, she put on her perfume, she put on her roll on. She said she was smelling good. And then her husband was in the living room watching a movie. So she went to the bedroom, she laid down, she turned on her AC, she turned on her fan, she got all the fans, the standing fan in her children's room, put 5 fans around her bed, laid down on her bed with her lingerie, opened her leg, and was just laying down there. And her husband came in and said, What are you doing?" He said, "People like us that think we need the fan to air out the other."
Strategy.
Yeah. Strategy.
He said, the husband said, "Do you mind me? I was just saying that because you won the argument." The wife said, "Please, maybe you should go to the other room because I need to air all this smell out. So that hopefully by tomorrow I will be in a better smelling body." She
Oh my
strategy. And the husband was like, "Oh, don't mind me. I was just saying, no, you don't smell." The husband said, "Well, you know what? I smell too. So let me take a control."
Oh, you smell
And that's what will happen. You see, so my uniques, I hope we have helped somebody out there.
now. I
And in
think
conclusion, before we conclude, Ure, I want you to speak to that woman out there, to that man out there that is watching you. Do we have any questions? Do we have anything on questions?
Not yet. Let me see.
Okay. So Ure, I want two of you to look out there your last statement. Talk to that woman out there. Talk to that man out there. Talk to that single lady, that single man out there that is thinking, because I'm angry, I should hit below the belt. I should read my husband, read my wife. I should do whatever, bust his tires, destroy things because I'm angry. Speak to that woman. I want you guys to give them like words of encouragement, empower them. Remember, we are Christians, and the Bible says, "Be angry, but do not let the sun go down on your anger." Although one of my sisters say the Bible say be angry, don't let the sun go down. But he didn't tell us which sun. It might be sun after 3 months. It might be what happened?
Someone calling?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I
yes, we
can
can.
hear you.
Hold on a second. I think okay, so I talk to that woman, talk to that man out there. The sister said the Bible said, "Don't let the sun go down on your anger." That the sun can be 3 months after, it can be the fourth month after, it can be 1 year son. I say, "My sister, no, that's not what the Bible says." But I want you to encourage them. Tell people anger is an emotion. It's It's something that happens from, it's a natural thing, like we have discussed. But give that woman advice, words of encouragement in her relationship. Ure, you go first.
Yes. To you, my sister, my unique, who is going through this anger, maybe you decide to react however you want, or you want to hold on to it and let the sun go down on it. Remember one thing: anger hurts they that are angry.
That's
That
right.
anger is, in fact, it's been scientifically proven. I'm not a scientist, but I have read it up somewhere that scientifically anger is like a poison.
That's right.
It's like you drinking poison and expecting the other
The
person to
next person to
die.
go. That's right.
Meanwhile, so when it comes to anger, tell yourself, I don't need this. Even for me, I don't like the feeling, that heartbeat and the restlessness.
It accelerates everything. You don't even
Thing.
want that.
You don't just recognize yourself. You feel like an alien is living inside of. How am I going to keep the alien in? No, it's not possible. So I just wanted to realize that you're not hurting the other person by being angry. You're harming yourself. And once you can remember that, you have to find a strategy. Communication is very important. I know we are all married to different kind of people. Some don't like to talk, like Chinwe said. Some others can buy into, communication. But any relationship that there is no communication in, I don't know how they survive. You need to talk. You
That's
just
the key.
need to talk.
Communication is the key.
Communication is key, you know. Communication is key. That brings us on the same lane, because in this journey, we all have to be moving on two parallel lines, moving ahead. So not one person going. So we have to really understand. And like I've mentioned that number one, anger is a poison to the person who is angry. So on that note, you shouldn't let the sun go down on your anger.
Mhm.
Try and tackle what. Number two, like we've been saying, separate what is upsetting you from the
From the
person.
person, that's right.
You handle the issue, because as a human being living with another, I tell, even your mother, your siblings, all the people God put in your life, they will keep hurting you, because you people are naked before each other, knowingly or unknowingly. So how do you want to live with that? How are you going to wear joy? Remember, we love each other. This is a journey. It's difficult for them as much as it is for me. We can fall out, we can react, but just take sorry, accept apology, leave that room, that door for apology to come in, and let go of all
That's-
that and heal. That's what I'll tell you. Stay strong.
Thank you. Now, Chinwe, it's your turn. Encourage somebody out there.
Um, Please, my brothers and sisters out there, first of all, again, I'd like to say that you have to understand that anger is a natural, normal reaction. But at the end of the day, what you do with your anger is what really counts. Okay? Be angry, like the Bible said. Even Christ himself was angry when he overturned the tables of the thieves in the synagogue. So remember that anger is and it's a second class emotion, like I always say. Find out the root of your anger. What is, some people will say they have anger issues, but it's not what has happened to them at the moment that has made them angry. There's a root of anger, there's a seed of anger in them. Find out exactly what your seed of anger is, or what your trigger points, and what and the things that trigger your anger too. Find out what drives you insane and things like that, and try to learn. Yeah, like I said earlier on, I express my anger passive aggressively, but I'm learning. I think the only emotion I know how to correctly express is happiness and joy. Every other emotion I don't know how to accurately express. That is why most times I keep quiet. I rather cry than express myself. So I'm learning. We're all works in progress. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm in my 30s and I'm still learning how to confront issues, how to discuss issues and things. So give yourself time. Don't hate yourself for being angry. And if you have anger issues, tell yourself the truth. Recognize what the issues are and work on it, please. Work on it. If you cannot work on it by yourself, seek help. Seek help. Like Ure said, anger, at the end of the day, anger is going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt the next person. Because there are some people that I've been angry at. I don't talk to them, but they don't even know that I'm angry at them. That is why I'm learning to grow, because I'm like, why am I spending my life? And like Ure said, scientifically, anger can actually harm your health, like your physical health.
Yeah,
Not health. It
Mm.
can actually release certain, I'm not a scientist either, but I learned about certain hormones that can be released just because you're angry, that can cause high blood pressure, that can cause cancer, and it's true. This is absolutely true. So it is not just for the sake of whatever it is. Just remember that it has to do with you. Try as I get older, I'm trying to live a cleaner lifestyle. Cleaner lifestyle means I am decluttering my heart. I am decluttering, I am removing, I'm trying to remove every negative emotion like strife or anger from my heart to help me live a cleaner lifestyle, to help me live a more peaceful lifestyle. So please, always pray whenever you are angry. Try not to act on it, because it's gonna. And also remember that in your marriage and in your relationship, even in your family relationship, your work relationship, remember that there is life after anger. So if I'm angry now and I throw and burn things, and like that person that Unique said that will go about and go and be buying tires, I don't have that kind of money. So that possibly that's why my anger is cheap. I can't afford to be replacing things that I have stupidly wrecked when I'm angry. So please, let us. Everybody seems to be angry now. Everybody seems to be angry, especially with what has been happening in this world right now. So please try and think positively. Try and surround yourself with positive people, positive thoughts. Watch positive things, and pray. I cannot overemphasize praying. Pray. Always talk to God about whatever issues that it is that you have. And if you have the kind of spouse who does not like confrontation, who does not talk, who does not like to, apologize or whatever, pray for them. And keep trying. Keep trying. You're going to eventually break through. I promise you. It might look like you won't, but you eventually will. So please stay strong. Always give out positive vibe. I'm so happy to have been here with you guys. I love you all. Thank you, Unique.
And you know how much, sorry, just
All
one
right.
more, I'll just chip in. I just want to chip in one more thing, as Chimoy said, help, seek help. If you're the type that is quite destructive, you go violent, destroying things, I mean, just seek help. I'm sure through counseling, you can overcome that, because that could be a sickness. Uncontrollable anger could be the sign of sickness, so that person should get help. Mm.
All right, my uniques, you have it. I promised you guys I was gonna do this. Real talk with unique. We made it as real as possible. We concluded so many issues. We talked about venting. If you need to vent, vent. Sometimes you don't even need to vent to people. You know you can vent to your own self. You
Right.
can, we call it self. That's what we call self-talk. You go into the room and tell yourself, I do that a lot. I tell myself, okay, Akudo, why did you do this? This was not even necessary. You know what you did right now wasn't good. Why are you getting angry over this? You can do that. You can vent. And remember what we said, the three things you need to do when you're venting. Make sure you are honest. Make sure you don't hit below the belt. And make sure you are venting to the right people. Okay, sorry. And then we talked about being, when you are angry, don't let the sun go down. Talk about it. Communication, communication, communication is the key. Tell people what you don't like. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Do not just keep things bottled up because you want to please somebody.
Hello.
I think we lost her.
Oh, maybe she's reconnected.
Go there and say sorry. You hit somebody, but you ask the child, what did you do? What happened? Like in school, we teach children, why did you take it away from your friend? What happened? What do you think we should do? And let them come up with, I want to apologize. It's something that comes from within. We don't force people to say it. Because I've heard about spouses that say, oh, he hurt me, but he didn't even say sorry. He didn't even say sorry. Sorry is not a button that fixes everything. Somebody can show you they are sorry by the way they act. Somebody can tell you they are sorry by what they do around you. Somebody can tell you they are sorry by their action, by with things they do. Maybe he knows that you like, let me think, maybe you, your husband knows that you like to go to a favorite restaurant, and he knows he has done a boo boo. He knows he has messed up. He knows he said the wrong thing to you. You talk to him, you address it, he told you, okay, I had what he said. And then the next 30 minutes, he says, Ure, do you want us to go to your favorite restaurant? That is his saying, I'm sorry. He doesn't have to say those words, I am sorry. Do you understand? So that is what I'm bringing to you, my unique family. Remember, when we have a better family, we have a better community, we have a better society, and in turn, we have a better world. Remember to give us a thumbs up, share this video, and please subscribe to the channel. If you want one-on-one coaching with Unique Empowerment, you can go to my website, www.uniqueempowerment.com. Remember, never be ashamed to empower yourself. When we empower one, we empower all. Goodbye. Thank you. Chiwe, Urena,
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
bye bye.